All right, welcome to math class today. We are working on geometry. We have been for the entire week, but today we're going to take a slow down review day, okay? So if you're feeling overwhelmed with all these new terms, all the ways to name all these angles and lines and points, we're reviewing today. So make sure you've got your whiteboard out. We all have our whiteboards out here. And I'm going to be asking you all sorts of questions. You might need to draw what I ask you to draw or name what I have drawn. All right, first challenge will be very easy today. All right, I'm going to draw something up here. You don't even have to draw it. And I'm going to have you tell me, what do I call this? If I'm going to talk about this thing, how would I say its name? I told you it'd be hard to start. Zoe?
Point.
Point what? Point A. Questions on points?
Easy.
All right, that is the easiest thing we've learned this week, but just making sure we all know, okay? All right. Now, how about this? I want you all on your boards to draw a line.
Just a line?
Draw a line
Just a
in
line.
mathematical terms. We all know what a line is in math. If you need help, you can check the reference sheet. So far, I'm seeing good stuff in my room. Some of you are missing one key component that makes it a line, remember, that goes on forever.
This is it.
Yeah? Good. The mistakes I saw have been fixed. All right, Chloe, what do we have to have on the ends of our straight image? Arrows. Okay, it's not a line in math unless you have arrows on it. Okay? All right, go ahead and leave your, well, some of you already erased it. But the next thing I want you to do is draw. You are going to draw, I need a new marker, this is hard to see.
A little.
All right, let's try this. I want you to draw that on your board. Draw that. If you need help, check our reference sheet. We can tell by the hat on top of the name what type of a line it is. So draw what it should look like. Looks good. Okay. Some of you were close. The only thing that we didn't get done correctly that I'm seeing, most all of you had this. Okay. And then a lot of you had this. What's missing? Josiah?
Point.
We need points. Okay, if you just have a floating letter here, I don't know what you're saying that is, okay? You have to have a point there. So anytime you're using a letter, you have to use a point, okay? So this is line AB. What else could I call this line? Noah?
BA.
Line BA. Okay. Go ahead and erase your boards. We're going to try another one. This time I'm going to draw something and I want you to write its name, okay? Don't forget the proper hat.
Bless you.
Okay, I want you to write its name. And then when you tell me your answer at the end, you're going to tell me how you would say it. Good, I'm seeing good stuff. All right, so one thing I am seeing is that you all know it's a line segment, okay? It is a line segment. When I ask you to name it, naming it means naming it with its letters. So we could put A, B, or BA. And then what type of a hat? Hayden?
Just a line.
Just a line with no arrows, right? That's a line segment.
AB are my mom's initials.
Okay. So, it is a line segment. If it says identify this shape, okay, you'd say it's a line segment. But if they want you to name it, it needs an actual name. Okay. Go ahead and erase. All right, this time I'm going to write the name of a line segment, and you're going to draw it. I want you to draw line segment FG. Draw line segment FG. Our reference poster is right up here if you need it. Looking good. I'm seeing some good stuff.
I can't.
Nice job. Oop. Good. Everyone that's shown my boards, they've looked good. As long as you put a line segment, remember they don't go on forever. 1 point's F, 1 point's G.
It's like an end of like wires.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shoes, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, friends at home, I will quickly show you my shoes. They're elf shoes. All right. Let's try another thing. Now this is a little bit different because it's a ray. We learned this one yesterday. So I'm going to put this back up for us. Okay, don't worry about the angle stuff. We're just thinking about the rays. When you name a ray, what type of a hat does it have to wear? If you don't remember, look at the poster. Noah?
It's a line with an arrow just on one spot.
Just on one side. So let's all draw a ray together. Okay, let's draw a ray. So one side you start with a point, right? And so it doesn't go forever this way, but it does go forever this way. Now when you want to name a ray, you just put 2 points on it. You're allowed to do that. And then pick 2 letters. I'm going to do X and Z. X and Z.
I did my initials.
All right, now, using our chart up here, I want you all to name the ray in 2 ways.
What?
Name the ray in 2 ways. Do your best. I'm going to show you up here in 10 seconds if you're not sure. Make sure you use the correct hat. If you're not remembering, check out our poster. All right, what's one way I can name my ray? Madeline?
XZ.
XZ. And what goes on the top, Madeline?
Mine with the arrow pointing this one.
Good. Does it matter which way the arrow points
Yeah.
on a ray?
Yep.
Think about this. Is the
Wait, no.
Z, hold on, is the Z the point that's closest to the forever side of my line?
Yep.
Then that's the way it should be. It does matter, okay? All right. And then what do I call this just out loud? How would I say it?
Ray XZ.
Ray XZ. Nice job. All right. Now, I want you to turn your ray into an angle. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. Out of my vertex, we're going to call X the vertex. Draw a line to make an acute triangle, or angle.
How did you know?
All right. How do we know that's acute? Madeline?
It's smaller than a piece of paper and it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cutie. It's little, okay? Remember, if I could stick a piece of paper corner in here, which would be about like this, that's 90 degrees. This is much smaller than 90. It's a little cutie. All right, now let's work on naming our angles. Let's put another point on the top ray. Since we got X and Z, how about Y?
I'm gonna do it again.
All right, now here's a quick question. This point on my angle has a special name. Does anyone remember what we call this point right there where both the rays come out? Cadence? The vertex. Nice job. All right. So what's one way I can name my angle? There's 3 ways to name angles. Zoe? Remember we have our angle signs. We did a practice sheet. I can call it angle what? Do you want to bounce it on? Okay, bounce it on.
No. You can name it Y, X, and Z.
All right, we can go Y, X, Z. Your vertex always has to go in the middle, so that one works. What's another one we can choose? Hayden?
Z, X, Y.
Angle ZXY.
And it always has to be.
All right, now the easiest one we haven't even done yet. Can you always name an angle just by its vertex?
Yes.
Yeah, Josiah, what would that be?
Y, X.
Angle X. All right, so each side of our angles are 2 rays, right? And they come together and meet at the vertex. All right, go ahead and erase that. All right. Now, while we're still talking triangles, well, not triangles, sorry, angles, I want everyone to do their best to draw a right angle on their whiteboards, and I want you to use the symbol in the corner that shows that it's a right angle. When you're done, check it with mine and make sure I didn't make a silly mistake. Looks good, guys. Looking good. Most of you are doing it correctly. Remember, this tiny square, it just kind of shows, right? I can stick a piece of paper in that corner. It's a right angle. Okay, a right angle measures how many degrees? Noah?
90.
90. Go ahead and write that here so we don't forget. 90 degrees. It's a very special angle. All right. Now, some of you already labeled points. I need you to put 3 points on your angle. One needs to be the vertex. The other 2 can be on each ray. Okay. Emma, give me one letter.
Y.
Y. Angie, give me one. B. Hayden, give me another.
N.
N. All right.
Why didn't you?
I need everyone on your paper or your board to write that angle's name in 3 different ways. We just practiced it, okay? Write it in 3 ways, then check what I've got up here.
There you go.
All right, check my work carefully. Make sure I haven't made a silly mistake. All right, most of you have 3 things. So I must have made a silly mistake. Who can find which one won't work? Which one did I put up there that's just not okay? Chloe?
The one at the right.
BYN?
Yeah.
Why is that incorrect?
Because the B's supposed to be in the middle.
Oh yeah, the vertex always has to go in the middle, right? So when I read the letter names, I should be able to go doot, 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 or doot, doot, doot. BYN makes me go doot, doot, doot. That won't work, okay? Vertex in the middle. Thank you all for catching my silly mistake.
Did you know you made a silly mistake?
Oh, I think I knew. Okay, next angle is obtuse. Now, if you're having trouble drawing an obtuse angle, here's a tip. Think about your right angle, okay? So I'm going to erase some of this. Actually, I'm going to erase all of it. I will show you how I think about drawing an obtuse angle. So you're going to have a flat part, right? So go ahead and start there and add your vertex.
And it won't.
Hold on.
Ready?
Now, a right angle, we know, and if this helps you for a little bit, you can do this. Right angle would be right like that. So any line from here all the way until I get flat would be an obtuse angle. I can't go all the way flat because that would be a straight angle. So anywhere in this whole range, you can draw your line. So come out from your point this direction, and you have an obtuse angle. All right, looking good. Most of you have got that done. Nice job. Josiah?
Can we name it J?
Yes.
The point?
All right, so I'm going to put 3 points. Usually when you see angles, they're going to have 3 points. I'm going to erase that 90-degree line. So I am looking at the measure of this angle.
I named it J.
All right, so Josiah wants our vertex J. All right, Cadence, give me another letter.
C.
Noah, give me another one.
I named mine.
N. All right, I need everyone to name this obtuse angle in 3 ways.
I named mine.
Name it in 3 ways, please. Then check your work with mine.
Can you do your own letters?
I named mine.
If you do, make sure you can still check it, make sure you did it right.
I named mine J.
All right, I am seeing good work. Nice job. All right, I'm getting thumbs up in class, which means I didn't make another silly mistake. Great job on your obtuse angles. Okay, an obtuse angle has to be bigger than how many degrees? Chloe?
90.
So if the angle is 91, is it obtuse?
Yes.
It sure is. All right, there's one more angle we haven't spent a lot of time on, but we did practice with it a bit. Angie?
Straight?
Straight angle. We're going to practice it now. Please erase your boards.
You can make a straight line with
Just erase your boards. Shh. I didn't ask for chatter. All right, so let's draw a straight angle.
Done.
So, you have a vertex in the middle. One side's going straight this way. Now picture it, right? We could have an acute angle, 90 degrees. It's a really big obtuse, really big obtuse, really big obtuse. Once it hits this flat line, it becomes a straight angle. So, let's go ahead. You all can come up with your own letter names. Your straight angle needs to have 3 letters. One on the vertex, one on each ray. All right, now when we're thinking about this, if I went straight up from here, is this a right angle from here to here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how many degrees, and raise your hand, how many degrees is that part of my angle? Cadence? Just this part. It's a right angle, so how many degrees? 90. Okay, so go ahead, write this with me. Write this with me. All right, now let's look at this side. Is this side also a right angle, Hayden? Yeah. I'm going to put my little box on that side too. Hold on. Shh. So, when I want to know how many degrees a straight angle is, basically, am I adding one right angle plus another right angle?
90%.
I am, okay? So, to get halfway around my angle circle, as you can think of it, how many degrees would a straight angle be? Josiah?
180.
180 degrees. Everyone write that down and practice. Think about it. Okay, now I want to take this thought one step further. Now, I told you all yesterday, the friends at home, I don't think you saw this. So if you know anything about snowboarding, skateboarding, rollerblading, anything where you do spins, a 180, does anyone in here remember? What's a 180? Madeline?
When you do a half spin.
A half spin. Ready to watch Mrs. Hare get sporty. Here we go. 180, okay? Halfway around. So a 180 is halfway around. A 360, I'm going to do this once. Ready? A 360. All the way around. What would happen if I kept going to here to here? Could I draw
360.
down to here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another 90 degrees? And then yet another 90 degrees?
Yeah. That's a
Circle.
All right, shh. Now let's think about it. 90 times 4, really what that is,
360.
okay, we can do 9 times 4, cover up that 0.
360.
So that would be 36. Add my 0 back.
300.
So the reason a 360 spin trick is one whole time around is because of this. So angles can be 1 degree all the way up to 360 degrees.
What?
So a 360 degree angle would start here all the way around. Isn't that kind of wild? So that's a huge angle, and we don't need to worry about those for now.
It looks like something you target.
Mhm.
Like you should have a mirror on.
But do you guys see now the angles kind of make a circle? Okay? So within the circle, there are 360 degrees, and it's broken up into 90 degree pieces. Okay? So that's just a little bit more angle review. So just to be sure we remember, a straight angle is how many degrees? Noah?
180.
180. All right, go ahead and erase your words. All right, we have one more concept to review. I'm going to move our angles and rays. So back to our types of lines. Okay. I need everyone on your paper to draw a pair of parallel lines on your whiteboard. Draw a pair of parallel lines. Do the best you can. Now, what makes these lines parallel? What's the definition of parallel lines? Zoe? They're separate. Do they stay the same distance apart? Yeah. Are they ever going to cross?
No.
Nope. Think railroad tracks, okay? or ceiling tiles. They go on that pattern forever. They're not getting closer together, or they'd have an intersection, right, eventually. So parallel lines. What's one shape we learned yesterday in quadrilaterals that has parallel lines? Hayden?
Railroad tracks and road.
I need a shape, a quadrilateral we learned yesterday with parallel lines.
Square.
A square, okay? We're going to draw all our quadrilaterals, so make yourself some space. Don't draw too big. Okay, draw a square. All right. So we have two sets of parallel lines, right? The top is parallel with the bottom. And the left is parallel with the right. Now, how do we show that all of our corners of a square are 90 degrees? Hayden?
You have to draw the square.
Yep, we can put those little boxes in the corners.
Tiny squares.
And then how do I show that all my side lengths are the same length? We learned this yesterday. Noah?
You put a line through all the
Uh-huh. If they're all the same, I put the same line through all of them.
But with a rectangle.
Shh, hold on, Hayden. All right. Square. All right, next shape with parallel lines. Madeline?
trapezoid.
Trapezoid. Let's draw a trapezoid. Okay, there are usually two types of trapezoids. So let's try them both. There is one where the top or the bottom is longer than the other. So I could flip that over too. Okay, and this line, we can tell. You guys can join in, grab your whiteboards. These are parallel, right? Are my other lines going to cross if I extended them?
No.
Well, think about it.
Yes.
If this kept going and this kept going, uh-oh, intersection. So that's why a trapezoid only has one pair of parallel lines. All right, you also might see a trapezoid like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but same thing. If I took these lines up, they're going to cross, but the top and the bottom, parallel. All right, good. So here's my question now. This corner here, is that a perpendicular intersection?
Yeah.
We raise hands in this classroom. Is this perpendicular? Look at that paper if you need to. Is this corner right here perpendicular? Josiah?
Yes. No.
No, you're right. Why isn't it?
Because it doesn't make a perfect plus.
Yeah, we are looking for that 90-degree corner, right? Does that have a 90-degree corner?
Nope.
No, it's not a square corner. If I put paper in here, it would be way too big. All right, good. Please erase that. And the last thing I want you to do is practice perpendicular lines. All right. So we know perpendicular lines can look like a plus sign, right? And we know that they're perpendicular. They're usually marked with these little things in the middle. How else might we see perpendicular lines? Sometimes they don't make a whole plus sign. What might it look like? Does anyone remember? Noah?
Can't they be like a time sign sometimes?
Okay, if I turned that plus sign on its side, as long as they still make right angles, that's okay, right? We just turned the shape. Emma's got it. What shape is that?
T.
A T. Okay, like that, remember? So if you have a T, then you can think of about, sometimes you're driving down the road and you have to go left or right. That's a T. Okay, but each of these corners is still 90-degree perpendicular corner. What about an upside down T? Would that still be the same thing?
Yep.
Yeah, these are still right angles. Okay, I know that was a lot of review. Thumbs up if that helped you get these concepts going better in your head. Good, okay? I'm seeing some honest thumbs to the side, so if you're feeling like that at home, we've got people feeling like that here too, okay? So keep practicing. Make sure you're using the correct terminology. So instead of saying this is a paper corner, square corner, perpendicular, right? 90 degrees. All right, I will see you all tomorrow.